Welcome to another episode of Tantrums and Tabletops. It's Monday, it's not Heroquest. What are we playing today?
Today we're going to be playing Mansions of Madness by Fantasy Flight Games, part of the Arkham Horror Collection.
We're quite excited about this game because one, we haven't played it before, and two, Ethan is going to take a starring role and teach us how to play it.
Prepare for it to go horribly wrong.
First thing we've got to do, I guess, is choose characters.
Absolutely. So,
Let's start a game.
new game.
Over to the computer, which now rules our lives.
So we're going to be starting on Cycle of Eternity, which is the starting mission for this game that sort of gives you a bit of instruction on how it's played, as well as some serious and scary gameplay.
Cycle of Eternity. After a rash of disappearances, your investigation brings you to the Vanderbilt Mansion during a meeting of a particular astronomical society. Can you unravel the mystery before the Cycle of Eternity turns once more?
I like it.
Cool, so we're starting and we have to choose our investigators. So, Ethan, are you choosing first?
So,
Father Mateo, Min Thi Pan, Fan? I don't know. Correct me somehow. Preston Fairmont, Rita Young, Wendy Adams, and William Yorick. Quite the rogues gallery. So, Ethan, choose your.
So before we start, each of these characters has a different balance of abilities. Some of them are physically stronger, some of them are smarter, some of them can move further, some of them can withstand more physical damage and more mental damage.
Okay.
So have a little look through some of these abilities. I am going to choose... I think I'm going to be Rita Young.
Now, before we start, is she a wizard?
She is not a wizard.
Because you have problems with wizards.
I tell you what, never again. Never again.
Okay.
So the bonus that Rita Young has, the athlete, you can move one additional space as part of a move action.
Oh.
Cool. So, who do I want to be?
Obviously, you're also going to select your relevant person. Mine is the one who looks like she's running. She's trying to run from her problems and not doing very well.
I think I will have to be Carson Sinclair, the butler.
Ooh.
So his action, another investigator within range may perform one action. Activate this ability only once per round. Oh, he's not very strong or agile.
No, but he's smart as balls, mate.
Smart as balls. So this dude has 8 hearts and 6 brains.
Oh.
Wow.
So
that's like more than Doctor Who.
I know, these guys are a mess of organs. So the hearts are how much physical damage you can withstand, the brains are how much mental damage you can withstand.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go for Preston Fairmont, the millionaire.
Oh.
Classic.
Let's pass you those over. What's his ability?
Now, once per round, when you gain an item, you may flip one horror face down or discard one face down horror. Now, I picked him just because of that. I didn't really look at everything else. I just thought I want to get rid of some horror.
So
I mean, that is a big part of the game.
Is it? Oh, wow. I picked pretty well.
Pass you these guys.
Come on, Preston. So are we calling each other by our names on here now then?
If you want to refer to me as Rita, you go ahead.
I always have done.
So we've got Rita Young, we have got
Carson Sinclair, sir.
and we have got
Preston Fairmont.
let's gain our starting items.
Oh.
Oh.
So we get to distribute these amongst ourselves as we see fit. Simon, can you have a little look through the cards that look like a backpack? That's the ones, and find out these items. Each of us begins with 2 clues. We're going to explain how the clues are used as we go forward, because bonus feature video, I can't remember at the moment, so I'm going to have to read it. But the clues let you... Oh, okay, so the clues will let you change a dice roll. A star is a success.
Right.
A nothing is a failure, just like real life. If you land on one of those, the magnifying glass, you can use one of these tokens to change it to a success.
Okay.
Box.
What are Digital Dungeon Master is currently showing us is everything that we should be starting with. You can see that on screen. Where it says Flesh Ward, I actually read that as Flesh Wand and was very confused about what kind of game we're playing.
Flesh Ward, is that one of those?
It is. It's a spell, so there's spells.
Oh, okay, so that's the spell one, is it?
But we need one of them in our starting pack.
We do.
So him then. Okay, got you, yeah.
So, something to be aware of, the spells sometimes have positive and sometimes have negative additional effects. So, don't turn around and read the opposite side of one of those cards if you get one.
Okay. So so you cast it and then you find out what
Cast
happens
it and
afterwards.
then you find out. So yeah, that's the thing. Magic spells can be good. They can get you out of a pinch. They can also be bad news. Yeah, so the fire extinguisher, I think, is a heavy item which you do need to be physically fit to use. Things like knives.
So best that you have it now then. Can we distribute it to you now then?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take the fire
50,
extinguisher.
So am I getting this right? We're working as a team to solve this together.
We are. We've got to solve the mystery. All of the Mansions of Madness campaigns are about solving the mystery.
Right,
so we've got the characters chosen.
Yay.
Before we start the game, let's have a quick word from our friends at Heroes. So we're beginning.
The telephone rings. You answer and hear the panicked voice of an older man.
Yes. Is this the investigator who visited the Vanderbilt estate?
You flick through the files on your desk. William Vanderbilt, a wealthy bachelor, mother recently deceased. He has refused to meet with you, but you were able to speak to several members of his serving staff.
This is Eugene, Mr. Vanderbilt's butler. I didn't know who else to call. The police think I'm crazy. Unnatural things have started happening here. I'm worried for my master. I think he's in danger. Please, help.
Finally, a lead. You hang up the phone, throw on your coat, and leave for the Vanderbilt estate.
Oh.
So, your car rattles up to the uneven drive, pulling to a stop in front of the estate. Several cars and carriages are parked along the drive. However, the butler who contacted you is nowhere to be seen. You knock on the large oak door, no response. Fearing something has happened, you try the handle and the door swings open into a lavish entryway.
You step into the warmth of the house. A strange stillness hangs in the air and your footsteps echo through the quiet entrance. Place your investigator figures as indicated.
Just as a bit of additional information for everybody, lanterns are areas that we can explore. Eyes are areas that are already open, but we can't see what is down that direction yet because we're not within line of sight.
Yes.
And the question marks are things that we can go up to and interact with.
Nice.
Sweet.
So we start on the investigator phase. That's us.
Cool.
Nice.
So who wants to go first?
Oh, we could just
Each
go for it.
person gets 2 actions. An action phase consists of either doing move actions or explore actions. You can move up to 2 spaces. You can see the spaces are determined by the clear barriers.
Okay.
And you can do explore actions. You can do any combination of these. If you're stood somewhere you want to explore something, you can do it twice. If you want to move twice, you can move up to 4 spaces.
Cool. Right.
So,
Right, I am going to go 1 space then. Should we go this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, happy? I'll
So
go.
this whole area is 1 space that we're in. So if you wanted to move, you could go
That's-
1, 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
So I'm going to go 1, and I'm going to investigate that.
Excellent. A mysterious painting of a landscape under the night sky overlooks the lavish entryway. shadowy figures can be seen amidst the landscape. However, something in the stars catches your interest. What is your lore on your character?
My lore is 2, unfortunately.
You identify several of the specks of light in the sky as planets. They're all occupying the same section of the sky, as if coming into alignment. Not unlike the planets in the sky tonight. Beneath the painting, a plaque reads, "In memory of Lilith Vanderbilt. Gain 2 clues and then discard the search token." So that can go back into the pile.
Yep.
You get 2 clues. Again, we'll explain exactly what these do a little bit later.
Okay.
I know we've already explained what I'm assuming.
So that was the 2 actions done. So that's the end of that turn.
That is the end of Simon's turn.
So how do we move this on the evil dip? Look at this. Okay. So I'll go next then. That's a doorway, isn't
It
it?
is.
And this is in the same thing we're in already.
Yep, so you can explore that.
I'll explore this one, please. A dishevelled pile of papers sits on a table. Search it. The papers stacked on the table are invitations marked with today's date. The stars have come round to their positions in the cycle of eternity. The Vanderbilt Astronomy Association cordially invites you to a celebratory evening. Gain 1 clue, then discard the search token. Oh.
So you're over here then.
And now I
Looking
will
at some papers.
just move into this gubbins. And that's my turn.
Remember, you can move 2 spaces as part of 1 move action. So if you want to move into the next space, you can, and that will reveal what is down that corridor.
Oh, okay.
Done.
I apologise, I probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
That's
cool.
okay, I
We're
want to go
learning
there.
So
as we
you're
go.
there, so we're going to click on the eye. The hall continues deeper into the mansion. An investigator in hall corner 3 may reveal the adjacent area. So Simon, we are going to need another board panel. If you can please find out hall end.
So it's your turn.
It is. So I can move up to 3 spaces as part of my movement. So I think I am going to, first of all, go 1, 2, and I'm going to go 3 into the bathroom. So I'm going to click to open the bathroom if that can be removed. A wooden plaque marked WC adorns the door to the hall bathroom. Through the door you find a small bathroom. Surprise!
Surprise!
Lined with white tile. Discard the explore token. And we are going to need... is that in the toilet? No, thank goodness for that.
I know how this goes.
Huh. So that's... you'll get to look at this now.
When you open a door, you do usually get to go into it.
Yeah,
So sometimes that's another way that you can get yourself maybe like a bonus move. If you move twice up to a doorway, open the door, sometimes you can go through it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm going to use my second action to explore the bathroom. A wooden cabinet sits against the bathroom wall. You try the drawer, but warped wood has left it stuck shut. Thank God my character is absolutely hellish.
You rip the door off.
With a powerful tug, you open the drawer. Inside you find an item that looks like it's been sitting there for quite some time. Came the King James Bible common item, then discard the search token.
Later on when you talk about your powerful tug.
Especially in the bathroom. So find him that from the backpack, I guess.
From the backpack?
It is,
And
yeah,
then
that's
this
the
goes
common
away, right?
item deck.
So what is it?
Does. It's the King James Bible. So the Bible allows me or another investigator within range to discard 1 face down horror. When we see each other next, it might be worth having a chat about which one of us is going to hold that, because I can already discard a face down horror with a card I have.
Okay.
Alright, so can I.
So
I can't.
that's
so-
the end of my turn. And you know what that means, boys?
It's
It's the Mythos phase.
Oh.
End the investigator phase, absolutely. Oh no.
Mythos for
Ruh-roh.
A wind rises from nowhere and vanishes just as quickly. No immediate effects.
Oh, thank
Well,
God.
that's quite lucky.
Investigator phase.
Okay, so
bitch.
we're a bit of a team. So the question is, do we keep going this way, or are we going to ignore this doorway at the moment and keep going this way?
Completely up to you. My character could move all the way back there and go in there in 1 turn.
Yeah.
So if one of you wanted to go into that area, we certainly could.
Okay.
To swap inventory between us, that takes one of our things in our turn, doesn't it?
Okay, so I've gone 1 and I can open this door now.
Absolutely.
But actually, what I might do, because I'm already here, my action might be to open that door. But I still, then do I get another action? I do, don't I? So I can
You
move.
still got one thing to do
But
after.
if you want to move into
So I'm going to stay where I am now. I'm going to open that door.
The door leads to a large front room of the mansion.
Okay.
In a big tile.
Word.
The lounge.
The lounge.
She's big.
You swing the door open into the warmly lit lounge. Large plush chairs and sofas decorate the lavish sitting room, and a small bar stocked with bootleg liquor is tucked into the corner next to the east door.
Okay, cool. We're going to do that. So, 1 and 2.
Ah, you move one space into the explored area, so actually then you've got...
Oh, so I can actually move in, so I can actually just do that as my first thing, can't I?
You could, yeah, absolutely.
But,
Was
then,
that an action?
but you've done an action to open the door and an action to move.
No,
You get
that's it.
2 actions. You can do anything you like. You can move 4 spaces, move 2 spaces in an action, do 2 actions in the space you're already in.
So I
So
can-
because Simon's already in this space by doing the action of opening the door,
Yeah.
he can now
Okay.
explore.
So I'm going to investigate whatever that is. The chest!
The large chest. A large chest is tucked behind the bar.
Oh.
You move to open the chest but find it's locked with a heavy padlock. The device is sturdy, but you believe you could pick the lock. Tap to attempt the puzzle. This is a really, really cool feature of this game.
Okay.
The lock picking and puzzles like that are actually on the app. You have to do the puzzles, and then if you leave the room, come back, the puzzle is as you left it. Other people can come and try and do the puzzle as well.
Do not do that.
Your skill, is... Your observation is 3. That means you can make 3 movements.
Oh, okay.
And you've got to get the grey piece over onto the right side.
Wow. I see. Oh.
Well, that was easy.
Well done.
Puzzle completed.
Sweet.
You hear an audible click and the padlock pops open. Inside the chest you find a grotesque statuette of an octopoid dragon and something else that might be of use. Gain the Holy Cross common item, the grotesque stone unique item and 1 clue. Then discard the search token.
Well, that was worth it.
Oh, God, I'm very confused the way to go next. Because I kind of get the feeling we should stick together as a team, unlike Heroquest. And look who's the one hunting treasure this time. Killed me last time, didn't it?
How the tantrums and tables have turned.
Oh! Okay, so I have the Holy Cross. So what roll 1 additional die when resolving a intelligence test. Ooh. And grotesque stone. Evidence. Thousands of years seem to be recorded in this statue's dim and greenish surface of unrecognisable stone.
Right, so it's my turn.
Yep.
So 1, 2. I won't be able to do anything else in that room.
Remember, just looking at the board, that Simon can also get back out of the room towards the end of the hallway. There is another door.
That's true. So then, I'm going to go 1, 2, and investigate that little token, please. More papers. A stack of papers has been strewn about the floor. Amidst the mundane paperwork, you find a weathered page covered in a strange script. Like I wish we had for this show. Someone has scrawled a note in English across the top of the page. Speak these words for great power. Recite the script to return the papers.
Oh!
You know me, boys, I love some treasure. Recite the script.
Here we go.
The eldritch words take on a life of their own as you speak them, reshaping your mind with new understandings of the script you are looking at. The lights flicker and you hear a whisper in your ear. Power comes with a price. Gain the wither spell, then discard this search token.
So again, guys, an important thing to remember: when you get a spell, you cannot read the effect on the back. You just need to look at the front of the card. The effect on the back can differ depending on which one of the spell cards you get.
Oh, come on then.
Oh.
Yes, that's good.
No, you got loads of. You're a spelly boy now, aren't you?
As the spell takes effect, the victim's body withers and mummifies. Oh, this sounds like it will be a delight. Right, it's your go.
Lovely. So I'm back at the other end of the board. I actually feel like I might go down here.
Okay,
Because
cool.
what I can do is 1, 2, 3, because I get an extra movement because I'm a character,
Yep.
and then by exploring the door, I should be able to take a step inside. But I immediately don't want to, because a ruckus can be heard on the other side of the door, shouting, the crash of pots and pans. Is that hissing?
Oh.
See, they're making us think it's a snake, but it's actually a saucepan.
The door swings open to reveal a dining room in chaos. An aging man in a tailcoat scrambles through a serving window into the kitchen as he tries to escape a strange black creature writhing on the dining room table. So, a creature turns to face you. Its black serpentine body shifts and changes, playing tricks on your eyes as you try to focus on it. The creature unfurls its leathery wings and unleashes a blood-curdling screech. Spawn a hunting horror is indicated and suffer 2 horror. So,
No, we haven't had this yet.
first thing
No,
first,
quite scared.
I'm going to spawn a hunting horror.
Oh
Look at
my
the size of that.
word.
Sweet tits, it's
monstrosity.
massive.
So, you'll see mind negates here. What that means is I can roll equal to my mind, which is...
Is that
Will?
It's will.
Oh, it's
it's
will.
not mind, it's will. I've got pretty good will. I've been told I've got my will is pretty good. Sorry, cut. So yeah, my character's got pretty decent will, so I'm hoping
Adequate
I
willing.
might be able to negate this. Luckily, I did already, so there we go. I've got the 2, that means I don't actually suffer any horror, which is great. Horror is bad.
Right, okay. So what do you do now then?
Really, I could do with having a movement or an action left over.
Just run out.
I definitely don't. So, as is usually the case when you go into a room with a monster in it, I do nothing.
So,
you're
in the centre of
actually
the
in the room,
dining
you're still
table...
here, aren't you?
Yeah, you should be in the room now. In the centre of the dining table, a carving knife sits embedded in a roast. Place the knife common item as indicated. An investigator can pick up an item in his space as part of the trade section action.
It's the old man you saw climbing through the serving window, huddling in the corner behind the oven. Sweat beads off his brow, and his eyes bulge in terror. Place a person token as indicated. This is Eugene the butler.
Hello,
I'm
Eugene.
going to have issues with him because I'm a butler too.
Oh, we got bloody double butler.
Butty butler.
Oh, so you can't move into explored areas. Okay, so you're in now.
So you're in there.
I don't know if I would.
But you just open the door and like, ah.
No. Yeah. I'm gonna go in the room.
Go on then.
What's the worst that can happen apart from horror and physical injury and or death?
Yep, let's go for that.
So there we go. That was my go. That's the end of the investigator phase. We're on to the Mythos phase, which is traditionally when the monsters get their go. So that's bad.
Good luck.
Carson Sinclair's muscles spasm and lock suddenly, and for no apparent reason, Carson suffers 1 face-down damage. Strength negates. So what is your
3.
strength?
Oh, Carson.
Oh, sir, what's going on?
Oh, I got
say.
one just. He's a tough.
What is
Safe.
going on, Carson?
So there's 2 parts to when a monster attacks you.
Yep.
You don't just get the physical attack, you also have to do a horror check.
Right.
Right.
I need to read what that means first.
So on screen it currently tells us that the hunting horror moves 3 spaces towards the investigator within range with the lowest eyeballs. I guess that's you because you're quite short.
Well, I mean, I'm also the only one anywhere near in
Then
range.
it attacks that investigator.
Okay.
So, first of all, the monster is going to move 3 spaces towards me and attack me. It's already there, so the monster attacks. Do you want to read this? Do you want to be the monster?
The creature dives at you, wingy 2. If you pass, you sidestep the attack and the monster tumbles to the ground in a tangle of black rubbery appendages.
That sounds like my weekend plan.
The monster suffers 1 damage. If you fail, the beast tackles you. If its roiling mass of flesh slamming you into the ground, suffer 2 damage and become stunned.
So, wingy 2 obviously means I have to get agility of 2. I'm pretty good with agility on 4, so...
Did. Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, yet! Perfect example, guys. So, I've got a success and I've got a clue, which means that I can spend one of my clues, which I'm absolutely going to do, just like that, to change that to a success. Obviously, you can only do that on a clue icon, not on nothing, which means that I avoid the attack. So the monster suffers 1 damage, which is just done by adding a damage just like that.
Did you need to click evade because you evaded it? Or do you click continue and then it will tell you what to do?
I don't know. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range with the highest horror rating. After all horror checks have been resolved, tap the end phase button to continue. So, I'm going to say I'm pretty within range of that monster. I'm going to select it from the monster drawer. Confirm. The creature latches onto its surroundings, tearing them apart. Mind of 3. So, the will, which of course we've discussed several times before, is 4. Pretty good. I'm going to... that is what's called a pretty serious failure. So, if you fail, you lose your nerve and scream and suffer 2 horror. So, please can I have 2 horror cards, which are both face up. If they're face up, that means that I have to, it's the blue mind cards at the top, means that I have to suffer the effects immediately.
Oh dear.
Also, if I get 5 of these cards...
You go
bad.
insane.
I go insane, and that's bad.
So whatever happens here is happening to you now, right?
Yeah, it is, and it ain't great. So, I've got one to resolve immediately. I'm going to start with that. You make a very small noise somewhere in the back of your throat, and you find that you are weeping silently. Suffer 1 additional face-down horror. So, I get an additional card that I have to have, which is this one here. So, hallucinations. Oh, sorry. Hallucinations. Everywhere you look, you see horrible shadows or ghosts from your past, and you cannot bear to look any longer. Roll 1 fewer die whenever you are resolving a observation test.
So that permanently stays upright.
Always. So yeah, until
So
I
you've
can get
actually
rid of
suffered
it.
2 horrors then at the moment.
No, that still does count as a horror. So that
So you're on
contributes
3.
towards my 5. Luckily, what I'm going to say is I'm probably not going to give one of you the Holy Water or the King James Bible because I'm quite horrified and I need to not be. One thing, a little word of warning for any of our viewers who might want to play this game. Things can spiral out of control pretty quickly, so you want to keep on top of your damage and your horror.
Cool. Okay, good advice, I reckon. So, we continue.
We continue.
Do any of us have to do a test? What's range for him?
Range is usually line of sight or within the same room, so anything like an impassable door. The doors obviously don't count. If it's the other side of a door, you don't resolve the test, but if in the same room and there's nothing like a barrier.
Okay.
So we're going to click that and we're getting in the Mythos phase.
Investigator phase!
So, I can move 2, and then can have an action.
You can. Or
So-
you can move again.
So if I moved here, just put that in front of the doorway, I could just keep that in there and you in there with it.
Well, I mean... Yeah.
No, I won't do that.
This is like when I ran away from those monsters in Heroquest and left you all to die.
Okay, so
I almost hear Tom telling you to go yourself.
I am going to go into this room here and pick up Zelda wand because that looks very, very handy.
The Zelda one. Do you have to click on that on the image?
I don't...
That's
No,
gone.
it's gone. So that's does that an action picking it up?
It is,
Okay, so I'm
unfortunately.
here then.
That's your go.
So I can't move again, can I?
No, because you've done. You get 2 things. You can move twice, action twice, move action,
Okay.
action move if you want to get freaky with it.
Okay. I'm going to pretend because I'm in the lounge and close the door. I can't hear what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
I kind of feel like we need to go and assist you.
I think that too, but I think he can run pretty quick, so I reckon he can come into the lounge. And if you come into the lounge with us,
Yeah, so
You
my
can help us
first action is I'm going to open this door.
it's already open.
Oh, so
Good
you
stuff.
can just move in there then. Yeah, sorry about that. It must. If you're in a room adjacent to another room, it must just automatically.
Okay, so 1 move, and then I'm going to check this. Please? With more papers, I'll be very upset. The table is covered in random clutter. The table's drawer is left ajar and is likewise filled with various documents. I'll search it, please. You You dig through the dense paperwork, cluttering the desk, looking for anything of interest. Eyeballs.
So observation of 5 is good
So
observation.
you need to put me up to 5 on there, right?
No, you roll those
Oh,
5
sorry,
and
yes,
whatever
that's
the
what it
result is goes in there.
3.
So you got 3.
And
You
I'm
could
going to spend
change-
1
Oh.
to make that 4 because I get the feeling I'll get something good. Get good! As you shuffle through the seemingly endless paperwork covering the desk, you spot a weathered journal that looks out of place amidst the mundane clutter. The cover of the journal is marked Lilith Vanderbilt. Gain the old journal unique item and discard this search token. The investigator, holding the old journal, can read through its entries by interacting with the app.
Lilith Vanderbilt.
Oh.
So again, sometimes you might look through something on the app and you might find a puzzle within an item that you have.
This is good to know. But I can't do that now because I've done my move and I've checked that, so that's my turn over.
You've made your move.
Is it the old general, Lilith Vanderbilt?
Just the old journal.
Oh, I'm going to say, okay. Fine.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So I'm going to...
Evidence. This journal entry in the culprit's own handwriting is practically a confession. Is this the right card?
I think that's
Because I've got one
a general card that can be used for multiple campaigns.
Alright.
Similar sort of vibe.
It's your turn,
So-
Rita.
I'm going to deny expectations and I am going to literally extinguish this monster with my fire extinguisher.
Amazing.
So, I'm going to select the monster draw. I'm going to select the monster. I'm going to go attack. It tells you what to do. It's a heavy weapon, so I'm going to click attack with heavy weapon. You charge the beast, your weapon rising in a brutal upward swing. Strength 2, so I've got a strength of 5.
You have to roll 5 of those. Great. Yeah.
So maybe that's the damage. Poo and everything.
Um,
It went so bad. It went bad. Cut.
roll
Show's
again.
over.
Roll this one again.
That didn't go
Cool.
well.
Real good. I got literally nothing.
You whiffed it.
Ugh,
Good and
I don't
proper.
even know if it's worth changing the thing.
Can you run?
I mean,
If you fail, the momentum carries you off balance and you struggle to stabilise your footing. So you're just a bit pissed. Wobbling
Yeah.
around.
okay, great, nothing. Cool. I'm gonna attack again.
Oh, we got your actions.
I do.
Of course.
Or should I run?
I think take him out this time. He ain't going to roll that bad again.
Be prepared. Right, I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack with a heavy weapon again. You wait for the creature to strike, ready to return the blow at the same moment. Wings of 1. What are my wings? Agility 4, not bad. I only have to beat 1 to be fair. Let's hope I can do that. I got 3!
Yeah.
So, wings abound.
Mm.
If you pass the creature's attack, it creates an opening and you swing your weapon with all your might. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage, which is 2. So, we're going to go up to 2.
Told you it'd pay off. Nice one.
Cool. So you in the face with a fire extinguisher.
Did, but not unto oblivion.
But not dead.
Do you know what I've just realised? Huge oversight.
Yeah.
One of those actions really needed me to be getting rid of horror, because I already have 3 from one single horror check against this monster that's still right in front of me, very much alive.
Can't you run away? Oh, you can't run away.
I've actioned twice.
So you can actually remove the horror that you have on you with your skills and your items.
Yes,
Cool,
if
okay.
I were to use them, which I did not.
Next time,
This might genuinely be game over now.
For you.
For all of us, really.
All of us.
So, when a character dies or goes insane, you have one more full round of Investigator and Mythos phase, and then the game ends.
so if one of us was to get to you, we could remove a horror from you if we
It's
were...
not our go.
It's not your go, first of all, for sure, but also, even next go, if you come back to me and I'm already insane by that point, you can remove the horror, which will stop me from dying, but it will not remove the insane.
Oh, okay, so it's game over,
No.
basically. Let's hope that you don't get.
Jesus.
Yeah, this game can be pretty savage. Also, for viewers at home watching on your tiny screens, this is the easiest campaign with 2 stars, of which they go up to 5 stars. So,
We wouldn't have made it through the front door.
In fairness, me and you were fine. We're in the lounge.
Yeah, I'm just chilling out.
Me
You've got
too.
your giant chest.
Yeah, I'm thinking fun.
so all about running away and staying together as a team, maybe we'll reassess after.
So,
Okay.
Mythos.
So, Mythos phase, let's go.
Oh dear.
The door begins rattling and shaking as if someone or something on the other side is trying to get through. This Mythos event affects the investigator in a space with a door who has suffered the most horror.
Oh God.
But the door is open, so
I mean, a door is still a door when it's
Yeah.
open. It's not a jar like you mentioned. A door is still technically a door. I'm going to resolve the event. The door suddenly flies open. If you pass, are wings of 2. So my agility again, pretty good. Let's hope I get 2. None. Really good.
Oh my God.
So, you fail. The door slams hard into your face and limbs, and you suffer 1 damage and become dazed. So, can I have one of the damage tokens and the dazed
Which one's the
effect?
damage one?
It's the heart.
So is that a dazed, I guess?
No,
Is that-
dazed is a card that says dazed.
Oh,
on
I
it.
see. So where's the heart?
The heart is the one that looks like the heart. It's a card, and
Oh,
it
it's
looks
a card.
like a heart.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
what a...
Okay.
Oh no, and they're so they're face down, are they?
Their face. Oh no, wait.
Unless
They're
it's...
face up.
so
Unless
there's
it
an effect
says.
on it.
Oh.
Ben, stop this. Minor injury, no additional effect. Flip
Oh.
this card face down.
It is just a flesh wound. You need a daisy
Jesus.
card as well, though, right?
What's a dazed card?
I do need a dazed card. I think it's with the flesh wards and stuff.
The flesh wads.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, flesh ward. You cannot spend clues to convert dice or perform additional puzzle steps. At the end of this turn, discard this card. So at the end of our next turn, I can get rid of that.
Oh,
So it's
God. Okay. Thank
If
God.
this was one of those games where you had to get the most cards, I would be really
Amazing.
doing well. The hunting horror, well, it just attacks me.
I don't think there's any investigators in range, right?
I mean,
He's
I'm hardly an
He's slivered out the
investigator.
door.
The monster attacks. The creature beats its leathery wings and lashes out with a rope-like appendage. Hey! So wings of 2. Now, I did really bad last time on wings of 2.
And
so
you can't convert a clue either.
I cannot. Oh, tits.
So,
So, if you fail,
dear
you
God.
lose your grasp on your possessions and you are thrown around. So 2 face down damage and drop 2 random items.
Just drop them in the room.
So,
Oh, Jesus.
pick 2, please.
take that one.
Oh, I still have my fire extinguisher, thank Christ for that.
So where do these go?
This is the room.
They go in the room on the ground. So there's a knife and all sorts of stuff. This room is like the armory, and I'm getting my ass kicked.
Meanwhile, we're like, you hear anything in the other
Yeah, I
room?
might need you dudes.
We're
to
just
come
going
around.
through
We can only move 2. We can the furthest we can get to is there.
Oh, I have to resolve a horror check.
We're going through the bootleg liquor, getting lashed, and he's getting...
The creature makes a strange whistling noise that pierces through the din of flapping wings and whipping tail. Willpower.
Oh, he's got
up
4.
to- I've got 4. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not likely.
Oh,
damn.
my God.
Friggin'.
Oh, Jesus.
So what happened?
Oh.
Nothing.
She
Just
basically
don't
sits
even
on the
look.
floor
Don't
going,
look.
No! Right, I suggest you get that room.
Oh, bad. Oh, bad.
And now you will pay the price for that power. Most of this is on the cutting room floor, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
If you've stuck this far, you're...